Yo, what's the word, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another
Yo.
episode of NBA Central Prediction Show with Steve O and Big Bro, the odd couple up in this bitch.
Bro.
Hey, man, we gonna talk about that crazy 9-10 matchup night for the play-in tournament, and obviously the games tonight versus the 2-10 seeds that broke history. And they're gonna go against the two 8 seeds that are left over. I mean, the 7 seed that's left over out in the East Conference, and then the 8 seed that's left with 7 seed that's left over in the Western Conference. We're gonna get to all of that and more right after this.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.
Now, y'all already know it's another episode of NBA Central. If you like what you hear, go ahead and click like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We got you can definitely email us at nbacentralshow@gmail.com.
Hit that notification button on, bro.
Yes, sir. Steve O, man, the other night we had some classic matchups, man. The NBA play-in tournament has been lit, bro.
It lived up to the hype for sure. Like at first, I remember when they first came about it, and I was like, I don't know. But for the last 3 years, they've lived up to the hype, and I feel like every year it gets better and better.
And it's like the perfect complement to March Madness. Like we just ended
Mm-hmm.
with the whole NCAA tournament thing with the women's tournament and the men's tournament both being really good this year. And then
Yep.
you get this like a week and a half, 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
Man, bro, you can't beat it. It's like, basketball fans' dream. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Bulls fan dream because, bro, we've had an entire season of, man, this team is just unpredictable. And they did the same thing the other night against the Toronto Raptors on the road in their building. This dude came in there and got away with arsony, bro. This dude he burnt down the whole country of Canada and
Bro,
got away with it, bro.
we turned up Toronto into the Chicago Fire up in this mug.
Oh,
Oh,
bro.
mom.
Listen, Zach LaVine put up 39 points. He went in there and hit 16 out of 18 free throws. Took care of business. Basically took over the game in which the Bulls were down by 19 points. Zach LaVine and company decided they wanted to play defense in the second half too.
Bro,
And they shut down the Toronto Raptors, beat
for
them
sure.
in regulation in a crib, bro.
Yeah.
You
And I
know,
got it is shouts out also to Billy Donovan because he let him do his thing. You know, there's plenty of times where he always let run the show and let others run the show. He made a lot of key adjustments. He let Pete Will stay out there longer. He brought DJJ in at around the 7 minute mark in the third quarter, which brought a lot of energy in. Um, yeah, and we turned up the defense. We was swiping at the ball, and Zach was like, "Hey, I'm not losing tonight. I'm not losing tonight." He was going to the rack. Hey, he got hot. He started stealing the ball. We started getting on the break. He started pulling up. We started dunking on motherfuckers. It was a
yeah.
good ass game. Oh, wow.
Hey, speaking of dunking on people, he caught a couple of bodies.
Ooh, that was like the first one.
Yeah, yeah, and then Pat Will had a couple of them. So,
Yep,
the Bulls were mad aggressive. They definitely stole a game, and part of it because these Toronto missed 18 free throws
bro.
because this girl was out there sounding like
Hollering.
she was sounding like the doggone people in Jason and the Friday the
Bro.
13th and Michael Myers and such, man. She was
Bro,
taking
she
care of
was a
business.
legit siren that night, bro.
Listen,
She was hey, and you can't say what bothered because every time, it was really bothering OG because every time OG was up there, he was straight missing. She was
he
hollering, bro. Like she
him,
was really
all of
affected.
them. Every last
Mm-hmm.
one of them. Van Vliet, who's a good free throw
Mm-hmm.
shooter. Like the team,
Scotty.
they shot 50% from the free throw line, so
Yeah.
you could tell that what this young lady was doing was very effective, and to the point where folks jumped on Twitter and everything was just going in on
Yeah,
her.
and y'all was talking about he talking about she got to go back to school when they play Miami. Hey, you better make up miss this
Hey,
game again. What y'all? Hey, bring the teacher, goddamn. I don't care what
right,
you got to do.
right.
Homeschool her, but goddamn.
Some
You see what she just did?
Zoom
Come on,
called that her class an
bro.
Allentown
She be all
senior.
right. You gonna
Get a
let her miss the middle of the week this Friday? Come on now.
right. Get that girl some special treatment. And start
Bro,
playing.
you tweaking.
So with the Bulls becoming the first number 10 seed to to win against the number 9 seed in the play-in
Mhm.
format. They now have a date with these guys, the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, former Chicago Bull, Bam Adebayo
Mhm.
trying to keep up with Vooch. The Bulls been doing their thing all season versus the Miami Heat. Now they have a matchup with them tonight in Miami. Who we got in this game?
We spanking them. Come on,
Let's
man.
go, man.
We
Let's
coming
go.
in, we beating them. They came, we match up well against them. We got the more talented, we the better defensive team. Hey, as long as we don't let nobody have a crazy shooting night in which they are not the greatest shooters, hey, we gonna come out with the win. I know we will.
The Bulls could definitely go on the road and win against Miami. I was one of those people that felt like Heat culture was going to be the reason why Miami won that last game.
Mm-hmm.
But Atlanta came in and showed them like, hey, we don't care about. We got our own culture over here, and
Bro.
and Quinn got them boys playing kind of the way Nate McMillan had them playing a couple of seasons ago when they made
Fact.
the coaching change in the middle of the season. So the Bulls should be able to win this game, but again, we've been watching the Bulls all season, so I wouldn't be surprised if they figure out a way to lose it. They
Mm-hmm.
cannot come out for 3.5 quarters and play poor basketball like they did the other day against Toronto. Otherwise, they just extended their season for just one game instead of 5, because we already know they gonna be 4 or 5 games against Milwaukee. It don't matter who win this game tonight.
For real. That's just what it is. Well, like you said, we should come in. We should come in and beat them. Like you said, we never know with this team, but like they said last night, we started off slow and a switch flip, and that's what we need. But I feel like we can't come. It's a little different because even though Nick Nurse is a good coach, I feel like Eric Spoelstra is better. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't come in like a days go like that because they'll stay on your neck.
And
So yeah.
they're gonna be prepared. It's a little different playing against an Atlanta team, knowing at least you got another game if you don't win. Now your back is against the wall, against the wall, against the wall.
Bro.
So let's
Bro.
get it. Now we had the other 9-10 matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now everybody already know how me and you feel about OKC. We want to see SGA and company go to the playoffs, and they were able to knock off the New Orleans Pelicans in yet another great game that came down to the wire. It looked like Brandon Ingram might have got fouled a little bit on that
That big got
three.
fouled. I ain't gonna lie. That's an and one. I ain't gonna lie.
And that would have tied the game if they would have caught, if he would have made the free throw, of course, if they
Yeah.
would have caught the foul. But that still was a huge shot that he hit. But hey, SGA in the second half, he had a third quarter, kind of like Zach LaVine had the other
Mm-hmm.
day against Toronto. I think he had like 16, 17 points in the third quarter. He had a stretch. It was a sequence one time in that game, Steve-O, where he hit him with the snatch back, swing, spin move, drop step, layup. Like, I'm like, this young man is just ridiculous. And he just does it with so much poise, man. He's
And,
only like 20, 21, 22, and he out
and,
there playing like a vet.
yeah, and we got to give props to Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey had a
Yes.
hell of a game too. Bird almost had a triple double with 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists, 11 from 22. Dude, bro.
He killed. He definitely did his thing, especially when SGA was struggling. And
Mm-hmm.
my wife was like, oh my God, he looks like an Abercrombie model. I'm like, if you don't get out of my face.
He a cold one. Shit.
Oh, bro.
Bro.
And then you still got to talk about Lou Dort, who had 20 points in the first half and
Oh, he
ended up
looks so
with.
good in the Bulls jersey.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's a little erratic at times. Like he gets a little overconfident in terms of like, okay, he didn't hit his first 3 shots, so now he out there doing his
Mhm.
thing. But hey, back when Giddy wasn't doing it and when SGA wasn't doing it, it definitely was Lou Dort. On the other
Oh,
side,
bro.
he has CJ McCollum just lay an egg. He looked bad out there. He looked
Yeah,
bad,
terrible.
bad. He looked like, back in when he was in the Blazers uniform and wasn't performing
Mm-hmm.
in pressure pack situations. Now we know last season he came in and changed the makeup and the DNA of New Orleans and willed them into the playoffs. But hey, not this season. It didn't work out. He sucked the other night, and it's leading to this matchup: Ant-Man versus SGA.
Yee. Hey, this should be very exciting, bro. I'm actually looking forward to this game very much. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, man. You got two of the young upstart future faces of the NBA, barring injury, with Anthony Edwards and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You also got the whole situation that's happening in Minnesota with Gobert
Mhm.
coming back from his suspension. And then you still, Kyle Anderson, how they going to mesh together? Will they even be on the floor together? So on and so forth. But hey, this is going to be the game to watch. Obviously, both games, because the way this play-in
Thanks.
tournament has been going, every single game, including that Atlanta Miami game, even though Atlanta went up big, turned out to
Mhm.
be closer than it was. So every game that's been played so far has been close, come down to the wire, it's been comebacks, it's been drama, it's been perfect for the NBA.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's what you need. We love drama. We love competitive. We love close games. We like nail biters. That's what we like to do. That's how we get down. That's what made this game so great. That's what made it so popular. It's a story. It's story when it's a storyline of things. It makes it just makes the product way more better.
So before me and Steve O get to predicting our daily playoff games starting on Saturday, Steve O, who we got to win this game tonight between Minnesota and Oklahoma City in Minnesota?
Uh, I don't want this to happen, but I could somehow see him Minnesota sneaking this game out. I could somehow see they just the matchup. I mean, they match up very nice, especially with Gobert coming back. They both long teams. They both get after it, but like it's just like I feel like it's gonna be a dogfight for sure. Like I expect a dogfight, but I could just see um the battle of the duel. Who gonna win? Is it gonna be Anno? Is it gonna be SGA? Yeah, I don't know. And with the way Mike Conley been playing,
He has been balling. I
hey,
So you picking Minnesota?
I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota. I don't want it to happen, but hey,
Put that on wax, and that's a
yeah,
big man to go ahead and go against his feelings and emotions, because I'm not. I want to see SGA go a little bit longer, baby. He was in the MVP conversation for a
Mhm.
reason, and I want to see that man play at least 4 more games. Now, obviously, they actually, honestly, I feel like OKC can scare Denver. I mean, they're not going to beat them, but I'd rather see them go against Denver before I see Minnesota go against Denver. I'm going with the young Oklahoma City Thunder to take this game tonight. We're going to see how it go, man. We got the
Yeah,
Bulls beating Miami, and then we split on Minnesota versus Oklahoma City. And tomorrow we're gonna predict the first round games that are occurring on Saturday. We're gonna holler at y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with
bro.
us on all the central channels: NBA Central, Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Cubs and White Sox Central, and of course, hanging out with us with the Cognac Gang, the Cognac Boys on
Yeah.
Shy Bulls Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, comment. We're gonna rock with y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.